Properties of styrene. Styrene is also known as ethynyl benzene, vinyl benzene, phenyl ethene, and it is an organic compound. And on appearance, it is a colorless or oily liquid, although old samples may appear as yellowish in color. At lower concentration, it can evaporate easily and it has a sweet smell. But in a higher concentration, they have less pleasant odor. And styrene also a naturally occurring compound in small quantities in cinnamon, coffee beans, and peanuts. Half half time for styrene from the adipose tissue is 2 to 4 days. And in uses, styrene is used as a chemical for making latex, synthetic rubber, polystyrene resins, and other. And these resins have been used to make for plastic packing, disposable cups, containers, insulations, and other products. And going to absorption, distribution, and excretion of styrene. And absorption is through all possible routes, but mainly it is absorbed through respiratory tract. And here even percutaneous absorption also possible, and the concentration up to 600 parts per billion it can be observed. Styrene also soluble in blood and also found in fat tissue and organs by the order of highest concentration. Kidneys have the maximum, followed by liver and pancreas. And in mode of excretion, 90% are excreted in urine within 24 hours, and less than 2% are from the feces. Coming to health effects, it is a well-known carcinogen, and styrene is largely metabolized into styrene oxide in a human by the process of oxidation by cytochrome P450. And styrene oxide is considered as a toxic, mutagenic, and also possible carcinogenic. On acute exposure, it can result in irritation in mucous membrane and as well as in eye, and followed by gastrointestinal side effects. And usual constitutional symptoms of styrene exposure in acute period, it is of headache, fatigue, nausea, sensation of drunkenness, central nervous system depression, and irritation of eye, skin, and respiratory mucosa. And here irritation of eyes and skin even can lead to lacrimation and even irritation in extreme contact with the skin. And in chronic long-term exposure, ultimate CNS dysfunction can occur, and it can be presented with headache, fatigue, weakness, depression, and loss of hearing, partial, complete, and peripheral neuropathy. And it being a carcinogenic, there is an increased risk of lymphohemolytic cancers such as leukemia and lymphoma are all possible. There have been a variation in the base of studies. In one such study, it says that it is inconclusive where involvement in reproductive and developmental effects of styrene. But in another study, they say there have been an increased frequency of spontaneous abortions and a decreased frequency of births have been reported, and even it is still questionable. And it detected by gas chromatography and other methods by spectrometry. It can be detected. And the first aid measures usually removing the exposed individual from the scene of incident, and removing is contaminated clothing to be removed. And if there been a spillover either of or there been exposure, the contaminated cloth to be removed, followed by irrigating with a copious amount of water and or otherwise a normal saline for at least 15 minutes. And if there been exposure to eye, or if there been a discontinuity in skin, or there been exposure over skin, it should be washed with soap and water or in a plain water or within a normal saline for at least 15 minutes. And start artificial respiration if there been a respiratory compromises in form of any sort of the difficulty in breathing, and if the vitals have been over, then start artificial respiration. And if the individual is conscious, ask him to be quiet, calm, and console him and take to the nearest tertiary care center for treatment. Maintain normal body temperature. These are the first aid measures. And coming to management, there is no any specific antidote uh, establishing a patent airway, and if there been any secretions and etc. Suction to be done, and the excess secretions from the oropharyngeal route to be removed, and administered oxygen, and also look for signs of warning signs like pulmonary edema, hypovolemic shock, and anticipate seizures. And if there have been seizures, diazepam, lorazepam can be given in case of hypovolemic shock. Transfusion or fresh plasma can be uh, provided, and administer activated charcoal, and this activated charcoal will act on aromatic hydrocarbons, and it can be removed, and by the if the route being ingestion, then give activated charcoal, and orotracheal or nasotracheal intubation may be necessary if a patient become unconscious, and if patient become unconscious, make him to in a left lateral decapitative position, and a little bit when you compare the foot to the head to be lower, and if there been any secretion, it can be timed out easily. And here our anticipation is if there been any secretion within the mouth and oral region, and it can be aspirated, and it can enter into respiratory system, and it can even causes secondary infection. So the patient is being uh, in a Tendelberg position or in lateral decapitative position with the head lower. Most of the secretion would have been drained out easily. And if there been a situation, orotracheal or nasotracheal intubation can be done, and monitor cardiac rhythm, and if there been presence of any arrhythmia, then give an appropriate treatment. So for discussed material are taken from this source page, and the link has been provided. If there been any doubt query, either text to WhatsApp or address to the social media links provided in description section. Thank you for your patient listening.